What's going on, y'all? Johnny J back at it again with another video, another Berserk video. So in the last episodes of Berserk, Guts, he left the Hawks. He went out and did his own things, and while in the meantime, Griffith, he was messing around with the princess, got caught up, and then he ended up getting locked up, and then that caused the Hawks to not be seen as so high up as they once were, so they end up leaving. And it seems like they've just been trying to survive this whole time. I keep saying Griffith, but Guts, he's been gone for a year. So within that whole year, they've been just trying to survive since leaving the kingdom that they were so highly recognized at. And then it seems like they were under attack by some other group. Maybe it was from the kingdom that they were part of. I don't know. But Guts, he gets word of it, and he comes in and saves the day. So I'm very, very interested to see what is going to happen next. On top of that, I'm interested to see how Griffith is going to get out, because I think a little clue was given out when they said that he was locked up, and it was to a point where they stopped hearing his voice, but they started hearing something that sounded not human. So maybe that might have something to do with what's going to happen next as far as the relationship between Griffith and Guts when they reunite. I don't know. I'm very interested in it. It's only like 5 more episodes left: 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. Right now I'm going to be watching 21 and 22. So let's just see how this goes. Let's get into it.
Guts?
Dear God, that's him?
The one that killed 100 men?
Damn. They just heard the legend of Guts. He killed 100 men. What y'all gonna do?
Sir, what do we do? We're being slaughtered!
Damn it all. Retreat! Pull back your men!
Our numbers haven't held. Over 3/4 have deserted. The Band of the Hawk can hardly call itself an army at this point. The men you see here are still Hawks down to their very bones. We're not rescuing Griffith. There is no Band of the Hawk without him.
You're an impressive one. Your eyes still sparkle with life. It's been bothering me, this charm of yours. It's quite ugly. Hasn't brought you much luck, has it? But then...
It's your fault! You destroyed everything! God damn you!
My fault.
That's right. Griffith and the Band of the Hawk. Everything. It all went to hell because of you. It's all your fault! Griffith was lost when you left his side!
He was lost for a day?
You keep getting hurt.
Man, they gotta play that Guts theme song though.
Blood because of me.
Oh man, I did not want them to come together.
I'm changing. There may be a place for me in this man's soul. Not because of what I may receive, but for something of worth.
I only know one thing. That I want to keep
Man, they played the theme song, the Guts theme, twice?
100 more. No, 1,000 more times. That's how I feel.
I'm sorry. If it weren't for my arm, I could have gone with you guys.
Don't be disappointed. When we come back with Griffith, I'll be sure you get the first hug.
For the duration of this mission, we will be divided into 2 formations. The unit assigned to Griffith's rescue will depart now.
Let's go, boss.
Episode 22. Let's get it.
Are you even sure the passage is through this hellhole?
The source is reliable.
I don't even think this is the right way. We're never going to find it.
Rescuing Griffith will require all of the Hawk's strongest members. That would be the 4 of us.
Granted, but...
I don't need you to worry about me. attack? No, not now.
He caused that much damage that quick? This has to be like in his head.
What the hell is happening? Thank you. We'll take it from here. Griffith! Griffith!
The tendons in his arms and legs have been slashed. His tongue. Is this your doing? Answer me. Are you the one responsible for all of this?
Indeed I am.
Damn. He broke that door. I said why? You know why. Y'all just gonna stand there?
Drop your weapons and surrender!
That is definitely him. The ruthless commander of the Band of the Hawks. God save him.
And look at his eyes. Well, y'all, that right there is the end of episode. That right there is the end of episode 21 and 22 of Berserk. This is very, it's getting good. It was already like getting good. Now it's getting really, really good because I really want to see how it ends as far as it becoming the beginning of the series, like in episode 1 where you see Guts. But anyways, getting more into this, I did not want there to be any type of romantic relationship between Guts and Casca. I was just like, oh, don't do it. And they did it, and I kind of still was like, ugh. But now that I really think about it, it makes sense. Like, Casca, she knew that she was never going to be with Griffith because Griffith has it in his mind to, or at least at the time, he had in his mind to accomplish his goal. He knew the only way to accomplish his goal was to get with the princess. So I think she was just to some extent in denial until the day came where Guts left, and then it was just like, okay, I really want Guts. And for them to, you know, be so similar as far as coming from a certain space, and because of Griffith, their connection with Griffith and the Hawks, they've become, you know, a much better versions of themselves. They have that in common, and it makes sense as to why they hooked up. Still kind of like, you know, give a little side eye to that, but that's just me personally. I'm not so crazy about like having like romantic relationships when it comes to shows, especially with, you know, certain characters. But you know, it was cool too because it also shows more emotion when it comes to Casca, because she always seemed like the type to hide her emotions because it made her seem weak. You know, it kind of goes to like the whole stereotype of like women being emotional and that's causing them to be weak. So she was kind of like the antithesis for that. So for them to show this aspect of her, just that emotional part of her, that was pretty cool because it just added more layers to her character development. And also you see the impact that Guts had on the entire Hawks when he left. It just completely fell apart. And even Griffith, even though he was gone for like a day, it just caused Griffith to kind of just not think as calculated as he was, which ultimately caused him to end up in the position he ended up in. So that was definitely the pull away from episode 21. 22 was more like, all right, we on a mission, we got to go save Griffith. And it was pretty obvious that the source was the princess, but then at the same time, it's kind of like, to some extent, it was, I wouldn't say it was her fault. It was like, I guess, the maid's fault that saw the whole things. But I don't know, maybe she should have pushed harder to get Griffith out of that prison, but you know, she was only the princess, so it's ultimately up to the king because the queen is dead. So I really want to see, because I have a feeling that Griffith is going to make some type of a comeback, even though he's like he's physically just worn out. Like, the guy tortured him, cut up his tendons, and I want to see what they did not want Casca to see when they took off his helmet, because at first I thought they like cut out his eyes or something like that, but no, his eyes are still there. But I'm just really curious to see what exactly is going on with the face and why they covered him up so quickly. Also, I want to see what happened with the Hawks, because I thought it was like, it was just weird, like all those demons popped up. So now I think it's gonna go play more into like the demon angle that we saw in episode 1, and then later on when we saw the God of War come into the scene, and then he comes back. So maybe it's gonna play more into like the whole like demons and supernatural element of it, and it's gonna probably tie everything together within these last 3 episodes. So this should be man, I'm expecting for these last 3 episodes to be like top tier. I'm expecting for Griffith to somehow make a comeback, because you really see the impact that Griffith had on the Hawks. I was always talking about how much of an impact Guts had, but Griffith really had one, because you see how optimistic everyone is. It like, he's been gone for a year, you know, he's been captured, but the Hawks, they're still like, when they went to the camp and they showed him, they're still like, yo, I can't wait for him to come back. I can't wait for him to come back. When he comes back, we gonna be back at the top. So it's a lot of expectations riding on Griffith, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna make some type of comeback, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna tie it in with the demons and them destroying the rest of the Hawks, and where they were at, because they wouldn't just insert that in there for no reason, especially with the last few episodes left. So, ooh man, 23, 24, 25, can't wait. Anyway, some of you guys' thoughts down below in the comment section. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, follow me on my social media sites, links in the description box down below. Also, tell me what series you guys want me to react to next, what series you guys want me to watch next. Like I said before, I want something that's pretty short and you know, straight to the point, kind of like this one. So look into that. Also look into the whole copyright situation. That's why I've been chopping up a lot of these videos. I know I can just leave it because YouTube has it so that I can still just watch an entire episode of, you know, Berserk without it being like blocked. But I'm just chopping it up to kind of get, you know, used to when I have to eventually chop up some of these videos. So I'm just like, all right, I'm already in the mindset, you know. But anyways, these are my thoughts. This is Johnny J, Berserk. Few more episodes left. I'm out.